Hello students. Today we'll talk about very easy and small topic, Ohm's law. Ohm's law is the relationship between potential difference across any conductor and electric current passing through it. You must have studied it in earlier standards, so all of you must be aware of it. Let us have a quick look at the topic of Ohm's law. Before we start with the Ohm's law, let us try to understand difference between two physical situations. In one case, we have a water tank kept at some height, and there is a faucet. If you connect a tube here, and as we start the flow, as the water amount of water decreases, we have some flow of water from this tube, and we can have some other situation where the water tank is kept at less height, and here also we have similar diameter and similar pipe attached to the tank. What difference do one notice when you compare flow of water from this left side tank and from right side tank? So we know that the one which is kept at greater height will have water flowing through the tube at faster rate, isn't it? Because pressure is more here. As you increase the height of water tank, the pressure on the water increases, and hence the speed of flow is also more as compared to the one in right side water tank. And very similar is the relation between potential difference and electric current. The way here we can increase flow of water by increasing pressure. In case of electrical circuit, when you increase potential difference, when you increase voltage, you are giving more energy to the charge, or you can say you are pressurizing them more. So what happens here? Flow of water increases, speed of water increases. What should happen in case of electrical circuit? The flow of electric charge increases, and so we say that current increases. This was first time observed by a scientist called Ohm, and hence the relationship between potential difference and electric current is known as Ohm's law. Consider an electrical resistor with resistance R, and let us connect it with say 5-volt battery. And what will happen as you switch on the power? So we know that as we switch on the power, the charges, electrons from negative terminal come out and they pass through the resistor and they reach positive terminal, right? And what is the energy? So with every coulomb of the charge, you have 5 joule energy available, isn't it? 5 volt means what? 5 joule per coulomb. So when you connect 5-volt battery, you are saying that you are giving 5 joule energy to every coulomb charge passing through the wire. And so you can see charges passing at some speed. What will happen if you connect the same resistor with 15-volt battery? Now be careful, I am talking about same resistor. Okay, I am not changing resistance, I am not changing any other parameters like pressure or temperature or anything else. I'm just changing battery. So when I connect 15 volt, what I'm doing? I'm now supplying more energy to every coulomb of charge. In this case, it was 5 joule with every coulomb. Now I'm giving 15 joule energy to every coulomb of charge passing. So what difference does it make to the charges passing through the wire or electric current? So as the charges are having more energy, they will be moving faster. Compare this to, okay, charges are running faster, and so if you measure the amount of charge per unit time through any cross section, that is current through any cross section, you will get bigger number as compared to left side. So as you increase the voltage, you will notice more amount of current passing, and the relationship between voltage and current is called Ohm's law. Ohm suggested that as you increase voltage, current increases proportionately, but the condition is don't make any other changes. If you change resistor, this relation is not holding true. Okay, if you change temperature, this relationship is not holding true. So electric current I passing through any conductor under fixed physical condition. is directly proportional to the potential difference across the conductor. This statement is called Ohm's law. What do you mean by fixed physical condition? Fixed physical condition means don't change resistor, don't change temperature, don't change pressure, okay, don't change material of the resistor, and then if you change potential, you will see that current is also changing proportionately. So V proportional to I is the Ohm's law. And if you remove proportionality, you will get a constant R, which is called resistance of the conductor. We'll discuss about resistance, causes of resistance, and the parameters affecting resistance later on. So if you plot graph of current versus potential difference, as we increase V, what happens to current? It increases linearly. So what should be the nature of this graph? It should be straight line, okay, at given temperature. What if I increase temperature? Now from this graph we can derive one quantity. What if we take slope? So if I take slope, I'll have to take delta y by delta x, okay, that is delta I by delta V in this case. And Ohm's law says that V is equal to IR. So what is I by R? R is equal to V by I, and so I by V is inverse of current, resistance. So this quantity is giving 1 by R. What if I increase temperature? So as I increase temperature, resistance increases, and hence if resistance increases, slope should decrease. Okay. So from this graph I can say that T2 must be greater than T1. Be careful, sometimes we are given graph of V versus I. So if you have graph of V versus I, in that case the one which is having more slope is the temperature, which is at higher value, and resistance there is more for the given slope. So in this case slope 2 is delta I by delta V, means I2 minus I1 by V2 minus V1. Okay, and slope 1 is greater than slope 2. So resistance at temperature 1 should be less than resistance at temperature 2, because I by V gives 1 by R. Now there are conditions where Ohm's law is not applicable. So when you know Ohm's law, you should also be knowing the limitations of Ohm's law. So let us have a look at the limitations of Ohm's law. There are some conditions where Ohm's law cannot be applied, and very first of that is when the relationship between V and I is not linear. Now what do you mean by non-linear relationship between V and I? So when you find the graph of I versus V or V versus I like this, you can happily apply Ohm's law. But if ever you see that the graph of I versus V or V versus I is like this, or maybe of some other shape which is not linear, then don't apply Ohm's law. This is called non-linear relationship between current and voltage, and Ohm's law is not applicable to such component. Diode is one such component, transistor is one such component, where if you plot graph of voltage and current, you will not get straight line, and so Ohm's law is not applicable to such components. When the value of current depends on the polarity of voltage. Now again, diode is the best example. Diode you will have in the chapter of semiconductor. It is symbolized like this. Now what happens in this case? When you connect the diode with a battery like this, you will have some value of current, okay? But if the same diode is connected to a battery like this, you will see that the current value changes. What does it mean? That same current, same component, but the current value depends on how you are connecting it with the battery. Okay, so current value depends on the polarity of applied voltage, and so if that happens with any component, you should not apply Ohm's law to that component. That is second limitation of Ohm's law. When for given value of voltage, different current values are observed. Now you will have cases where if you plot graph of I versus V, you might see this type of nature. Okay, now what happens here? Here you will see that for this value of current you have different value of voltage. Now this is possible for different voltage, single current different voltage. This is possible with thermistor kind of component. Okay, and so again to such component Ohm's law is not applicable. Okay, so be careful. You cannot apply Ohm's law for this three condition, and these are called limitations of Ohm's law. So let us conclude now. So now we know that according to Ohm's law, electric current passing through any conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across it, and hence we can say that V is proportional to I, but be careful, it is applicable only under fixed physical condition. And what do you mean by fixed physical condition? We are not changing material of the conductor, we are not changing temperature or pressure. In that case, V is proportional to I. Remove proportionality, what do you get? You get a constant called R. What is R? Resistance of the conductor. We also know that as we increase the temperature, slope of I versus V graph decreases, because slope indicates 1 by R, reciprocal of resistance. So you increase temperature, resistance increases, slope decreases for I versus V graph, and if it is V versus I graph, slope will increase. And what are the limitations of Ohm's law? Ohm's law cannot be applied when the relationship between V and I is not linear. Ohm's law cannot be applied when for the given component, if you change the connection of battery, if you change polarity, and if you see current is changing, you should not apply Ohm's law to such component. And when we see that for given voltage value different current values are observed, or for different current same voltage value is observed, Ohm's law should not be applied. So that is all about Ohm's law and its limitation. Thank you.